What's up, everyone? New features in Robinhood. We're now allowed to roll options out in time. I want to show you exactly how you can do that and everything you need to know for rolling options. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let me show you this feature. So I'm in a stock that I have a call option that I'm short. So I am short the 60 delta, or excuse me, the 60 strike call in DigitalOcean. So I'm going to select the call. And now, instead of just having that view options, we actually have a roll this position tab, okay? So before I select this, I want to go into what exactly rolling is. All right, so I'm in Robinhood's help section talking about what is rolling. So when we're rolling an option, basically what we're doing is we're closing a current position and then opening a position that has a later expiration date. And I've done videos where we sort of do this manually, where we go in, we close out a position, and then we take that same position, same strike price, and just open up a new position at a later date. That would be considered rolling out in time. So there's 4 different ways we can roll. So I described rolling out. So rolling out is when you close your current position and then simultaneously open a new one with the same strike price, okay? And the only thing that's different is that the expiration date will be later out in time, okay? So then there's also rolling up, okay? Rolling up an option involves closing an existing options position while simultaneously opening a new one with the same expiration but at a higher strike price. You're usually going to always want to roll out in time. Rolling up just for the sake of rolling up isn't that common. And rolling down is just the opposite of rolling up. It's basically we close out the existing position while simultaneously opening a new one with the same expiration but at a lower strike price. Now here's rolling up, down and out, okay? Rolling up and out and down and out. So this is the 2 that you're going to be doing most are rolling out in time, okay? And rolling down and out, or excuse me, up and out. So an options roll that involves rolling your strike price up or down and out to a further expiration involves closing an existing position and choosing a new strike and a new expiration further out in time. So I'm going to give you some examples of basically all of these, okay? All right, so you might be wondering why you would want to roll an option. And unlike stock, options have expiration dates. So they sort of have to be actively managed, and you have to pay attention to when they expire, and a lot of things happen around expiry. There's different scenarios where rolling is prudent. For example, the most common one for me personally is, let's say I am short a put and it is losing. What I'll do is I will roll out in time. If I can, I will roll down if I can get a larger credit, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, I'll try and roll out in time, and that will give me more of a credit and lower my cost basis for my put, and I'll be able to collect a larger credit. There's a multitude of scenarios. There might be earnings events. You might want to change something up. Position could be losing. You want to give it more time to turn the trade around. So those are some of the reasons. So there's 2 distinctions you want to make sure you know. So you want to understand when you're rolling a long contract versus when you're rolling a short contract. So when you roll a long contract, what's going to happen is you're going to roll for a net debit. When you roll for a net debit, that means you're going to pay more to keep the position on for a longer period of time. And now, if you remember, when you buy an option, when you get long a call or a put, time premium costs money. The longer you can give an option, the more time before expiration an option has, basically the more room it has to move up or down, which makes it more valuable, okay? When you roll a long contract, typically it's going to result in a net debit, meaning that you're going to have to pay more to keep the contract on, okay? Okay, so let's talk about rolling a short option, okay? So when you roll a short option contract, so out in time, typically it should result in a net credit. And as an option seller, you want a net credit. And there's a bunch of different reasons why you want a net credit. And basically it comes down to you're giving yourself more time, you're giving yourself more of a credit, so you're taking in more money, and you're increasing your buying power by taking in more money, and you're reducing your break-evens. What that means is basically you're gonna have a higher probability of winning. All right, so I just explained all the theory and the definition behind rolling, but now we're gonna go into the platform and show you how it's actually done and executed. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, don't mind this, don't mind that. Anyway, we're in DigitalOcean, and I am short a call, okay? So I'm gonna show you two examples. First I'm gonna show you rolling out in time. So let's show you rolling out in time. So let's go over to roll this position. All right, so this is showing us, the current position that I have on is a 60 strike call that expires on April 14th. And just remember the credit here, $4.35. So we're gonna roll out in time. So to roll out in time, that means we're gonna keep the same strike, okay? But we're gonna change the expiration date. So we're gonna do the next expiration date, May 20th, 1 month out. So if you notice, this current position is worth $4. This 60 strike call is worth $4.35, okay? And we're selling that. So basically what's gonna happen is we're gonna buy this back and then sell this. So what's gonna happen is this call is worth $7.35, this call is worth $4.35. We're gonna take the difference between that, and that's gonna be the net credit. So we should receive $3. So let's go ahead and click on that, and let's go. You can see total net credit's $3, and it's gonna say total credit's $3. Just sums everything up, tells you the amount of days and time, additional days you're gonna take on, so it would be 36 more days. So literally that's it. We just rolled out in time, and we rolled out in time for a credit, okay? All right, so that was rolling out in time. So now let's show you rolling out and up, okay? So we're gonna roll out in time and up a strike. So basically we're gonna take the $65 strike and we're going to select, we wanna sell that. It's gonna show us our net credit. So by doing this, we are taking in more credit, okay, of $1.15, and we're actually extending our break even. And it's giving us a little more breathing room, because look at this, the share price is currently almost at $59. This is gonna give me better odds of winning, okay? And I can do this without losing money. That's what's so beautiful about this. I can do this without losing money. So that is literally down, and that is exactly what rolling out and up, okay, is. All right, next I want to show you what is rolling for a debit. Rolling out in time, but doing it instead of a net credit is a net debit. So if I was to select one more strike up, we select the 70 strike. It's trading at $3.95. This is 40 cents less than this. So you can see when you subtract these two, you can tell that this option contract is worth more than this one. So that's going to result in a net debit, okay? And you can see, yep, net debit of 40 cents. So basically this means we're going to pay $40 so we're going to claim a loss of $40 right here. Which isn't the end of the world if this expires completely out of the money. If this stock never hits the 70 mark, we'll get the full credit. But you just have to remember that you paid 40 cents, okay? So that is rolling out and up strikes for a net debit. So that covers rolling out in time. All right, so we went over rolling out in time and up when we are short a naked call, okay? So now I want to go over what happens when you're long an option. So I bought VXX puts a while back, and they're not going too well. As you can see, it moved against me a lot. So we have the option to roll the position here. So let's go ahead and click that. So if I want to say to myself, all right, I want to give myself more time to be right, okay? I want to give myself more time to be right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to select, let's say, instead of April 14th, which is what we bought these on, we're going to do the next month of May. All right, we're going to select May. We'll do the same strike. All right, so the current option I have is worth 77 cents. So if we want to select the same option, okay, the $21 strike that expires a month later. We'll go ahead and click that. We're going to get a 36-day increase in time, and we are going to pay an additional $1.54 for this option, for a total of $308 is what the total contract will be worth then. And the reason why the net debit is going to be $1.54 is because we are going to sell to close, okay? So we'll sell to close that, and then we're going to buy to open this. So $2.31 minus 77 cents is $1.54. But when you tally the total debits, that's gonna equal $3.08. Okay, so that's rolling out in time with a long call option. So if you wanted to roll out and up, okay, out and up is going to cost more money, because the closer to in the money you get, the more expensive the option will be. And remember, with puts, as you move up the option chain, you're getting closer and closer to being in the money. With calls, it's the opposite way. All right. So now that we discussed rolling up, let's discuss rolling down. Okay. So rolling down is still going to be a net debit. Excuse me, that was the 21. Rolling down is still going to be a net debit, but it's going to be a smaller net debit and a smaller total debit. So just understand this: rolling down with puts, you're rolling further out of the money, which means that it's less likely your option is going to be in the money. So you're actually lowering your probability of success when you do this. And same thing when you're rolling out in time. You're actually lowering your probability of success because you're paying more money, okay? So it's sort of like the opposite of short options, where if we keep getting a larger credit, we are actually increasing our odds of success, and we're lowering the break-even price to be right. So that's puts, rolling puts. We'll do a call example as well. All right, let's look at Roku. All right, I got long at Roku. I was up big at one point. You can see, I can show you this option. See how far I was up big at one point in the summer, and man, as the times change, that's a whopping. Anyway, all right, so we're looking at Roku. This is another losing option I have, so I can roll this position. So let's go ahead and select that. So this option contract expires next year, next January. I can roll this out in time for the same strike price. So 370 call, we're gonna do 370. So this is going to cost me an additional $6.85. So you can see here, once I sell this to close, I will regain that money, and then I will use that money towards this. So the total debit will be $5.37. Remember, we're just subtract 685 minus that. So yeah, that's basically it. So that's it. That's how you roll options in Robinhood with Robinhood's new rolling feature. Hope you enjoyed that video. Like and subscribe, and I'll put out some more content. Peace out.